crazy. Crazy for mine. I'll go crazy. And I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. Crazy for mine. I'll go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy for mine.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, hey.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby. If these walls tall, they give you my checklist. You know you shouldn't ask this. Those girls are just practice. I ain't one for the past tense. I'm just trying to get active. Sex game on savage, yeah. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? You don't know it's crazy, huh? Crazy, 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 you know it's crazy, yeah, crazy,
Let's go.
crazy,
Say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Jordan, say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Jordan, say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Jordan, say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes.
What up?
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Okay, there we go. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another iteration of the Sneak and Geek Live. My name is Atreus. You can call me Atreus, or you can call me Atreus. Either way, I am here to host you for all your entertainment, video game, movie, TV show needs. Read your side is in the chat. Give me 1 second. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Okay, let's get it started. Guys, make sure when you come in, you like the video. You are, letting me know you're here. What else? So if you are a big fan of the channel and you want to see the channel succeed, all we ask over here is that you make sure you are subscribed, hit the notification bell, and when videos drop, watch them through. Even if you're not as interested in the video, maybe it's a subject matter you're not, you don't really care for, or whatever the case may be, or maybe you're just busy. Click on the video, play it on mute, and turn playback speed up to 1.5, and then hit the like button on it. What that's going to do is that's going to drive up our watch time on our videos, and lately it's been working, y'all. Like, remember all that complaining I was doing last month about my long form videos not doing as well as my shorts? It's been working. Like, my long form videos are doing their thing now, and so yeah, we're gonna drive up the watch time on the videos, and then we're driving up the engagement on the videos. That way, the algorithm consistently pushes us out there, all right? And we can get more and more people to discover this channel. So that's what we're trying to do there. We're going to go ahead and jump into our first topic of the day. There was a lot of, I think that's fine. That's fine. Is that fine? Let me see something. Hold on. It barely made a difference. Okay. Okay. So we got some drama brewing in Warner Brothers over this Shazam Fury of the Gods movie. Zachary Levi backs report that Dwayne Johnson pretty much sabotaged a post-credit scene in Shazam Fury of the Gods. The truth shall set you free, Levi wrote on Instagram. As you can see right here, There was a report. The Wrap confirms that in Shazam: Fury of the Gods, the Justice Society from Black Adam were recruiting Shazam in the post-credits. The Rock denied access, and David F. Sandberg had to make a last-minute decision to add Emilian and John. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson attempted to restructure the DCEU, centering him and Henry Cavill's Superman. The Rock didn't allow Zachary Levi to cameo in a post-credit for Black Adam. And so now everybody's walking around trying to blame The Rock for the failure of Shazam. We're going to get into that in a second. Zachary Levi was casting Thunderbolts Tuesday after a report circulated that Black Adam star Dwayne Johnson blocked characters from The Rock's film showing up in post-credit scene in Levi's Shazam: Fury of the Gods. It was already known that members of Black Adam's Justice Society of America were originally slated to appear in Fury of the Gods, with filmmaker David F. Sandberg telling The Hollywood Reporter that the scene fell apart 3 days before we were going to roll cameras, forcing him to find alternate characters last minute. On Tuesday, The Wrap reported that Johnson blocked the characters from appearing in Fury of the Gods, and that the actor and producer also nixed a potential Levi cameo. Whew. I apologize. In what is that? In Black Adam. And so now people on Twitter are trying to blame Shazam's failure on The Rock. And the only thing that I can think about this is, y'all got to be kidding me, right? Hey, we got Hans in the chat. I'm gonna read his chat in a minute. Y'all have got to be kidding me. So let's play this out. Let's play this out, right? Let's say Shazam is giving everything that they wanted. You get Zachary Levi in the post-credit scenes of Black Adam, and you get the Justice Society in Shazam. In what way was that going to make more people interested in seeing Shazam 2? I mean, y'all let me know something. I mean, seeing Shazam in the post-credit scenes of Black Adam didn't mean anything because Black Adam flopped. So I'm so confused. And if I'm The Rock, I mean, honestly, if I'm The Rock, I'm looking at the DCEU failing. And evidently, The Rock thought he was going to be the thing to save the DCEU. And I think he had an overinflated sense of self there. Well, he was going to try to, so let's just say if Black Adam had done what they thought it was going to do, which was going to be a hit, and the DCEU was going to be rebooted, he would have been the center of it because he would have been like, yeah, I'm the one that saved the DCEU. And you're like, dude, screw Shazam. Like, I don't care about Shazam. I think Black Adam is a more popular character than Shazam. I think people are more interested in seeing Shazam versus Henry Cavill than they are seeing, Shazam versus Superman than they are seeing Shazam. God damn it, Black Adam versus Superman than they are seeing Shazam versus anybody. I think people like matter of fact, Black Adam did better than Shazam. And I think, and here's my, here's what I believe. If Black Adam got a sequel, I believe it would do better than Shazam again. And probably do better the second time because people didn't know who Black Adam was. So people didn't really care like that. I think this is a nothing burger. Trying to blame The Rock for what happened with Shazam 2 is ridiculous because people just don't give a shit about Shazam, man. Like, cut it out. Anyway, let's move on. Let's get to these chats. I'm sorry. Han says, "What's up?" He says, "Shazam so gay." Reed says The Rock is known for this behavior. Just read Vin Diesel's report of him when he got into Fast and the Furious. While that is true, The Rock is a diva. Vin Diesel is too. There are reports of other people saying Vin Diesel is that you got two. What it is with Vin Diesel and The Rock is that Vin Diesel and The Rock are these two alpha prototypes who have historically commanded respect and commanded a lot of box office appeal. And so when you put them on two films together, both are trying to fight for the limelight, it can get a little toxic. You know, they call that toxic masculinity, but whatever. We have Levictus Zap in the chat. It says, hi, how are you doing, Levictus Zap? Welcome to the stream. Zap also says comic book movies need better writers. And this is why I'm on my journey. This is why I'm on my YouTube journey. My YouTube journey, what my dream is to have an entire network of news, entertainment, commentary, and, you know, whatever else that is made by us, the actual nerd. What is happening in the industry nowadays is that Hollywood has become completely unoriginal, and they are afraid to put their money behind new ideas. And so instead, they're taking already existing ideas and they're giving the material to people who aren't fans of those IPs, and they're making a bunch of dog shit. I mean, the stuff is complete garbage. And so, like me, like I'm writing a 13 book series. It originally was going to be 13 films. But I decided to write 13 books because I wanted to have an established fan base before I ever did something as wild as go to Hollywood, because I'm afraid that, and that's what got me into this space, I'm afraid of what they might do to my story if I was to take it to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? If I was like to sell the script off. My first version of this book is already written as a screenplay. It's a rough draft, but it's already written as a screenplay. So, and then once the reason why I haven't done anything with it is because I couldn't get it shorter than 2.5 hours. And I figured, let me just write it as a book so that I can get a fan base already. Let's get into these comments before we move on to the next topic. Zap says the writer stories have been poor recently. Agreed. Hans says Atreus is right. Reed says Vin Diesel backed off and played Groot and is a famous character because of how he played him, not based off of the comic character. I agree with that. Hans says no more original stuff. I agree. Zap says great video. Is Marvel screwing over Mahershala Ali and Brie Larson? Yeah. So we talked about that yesterday on stream. It's wild that I had to defend Brie Larson, but you have to consider the fact that they promised Brie Larson and Mahershala Ali. Well, they promised Brie Larson first that she was going to be the center of Captain Marvel and she was going to be the center of the MCU. Unfortunately, what she ended up doing was she alienated herself from her colleagues and she alienated herself from the fan base when she made those comments about she not caring about what white men have to think about her movies. And then, you know, she's had some reports of diva behavior, and so they kind of demoted her a little bit, and she's mad about it. I understand, but at the same time, if that's what you brought me on for, how you going to demote me in my own film? And as far as Mahershala Ali goes, if you believe the rumors that Doomcock put out, they were going to, the Blade movie wasn't going to be a Blade movie. They're rewriting it now, but the Blade movie was going to be another movie where they replaced the character, the title character with a woman. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. This one comes over, and you know what, Reach? I'm gonna do exactly what you said right after we cover this story. I'm gonna go and download that ad blocker. All right, because now that I'm seeing these ads on Bounding in the Comics, it's kind of annoying. Neil Duckman says he doesn't care how audiences receive HBO's The Last of Us. How they react is how they react. So, it's Druckman. I've been putting Duckman. My bad. Let's make sure y'all can actually see the article. Neil Druckmann says he doesn't care how audiences receive the Last of Us TV series, arguing that their reactions are beyond his control. In an interview with the GQ, Sam White, Craig Mazin, executive producer, director, writer, blah, 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 was asked about adapting the second game, given that it relies heavily on perspective shifts that are unique to the agency of video games, whilst making sure that the perspectives aren't lost in the passive medium. It's not lost, Mazin replied before laughing alongside Neil Druckmann, also executive producer, director, writer, and creative director, blah, blah, blah. I think we know what we're doing on this one. Oh, okay. I'm not saying that in a snarky way. I'm saying that in a hopeful way. There are going to be things that are going to be different. There are things that are going to be identical. There are things that are going to be added and enriched. There are some things that are going to be flipped. Our goal remains exactly what it is for the first season. Exactly what it was for the first season, which is to deliver a show that makes fans happy. We've got an incredible returning cast. It's a daunting task, but Jesus, so was the first season. You can't make everyone happy, but we've made a lot of people happy, and that's our intention to do it again. This prompted White to ask, do you think a TV audience will react in a similar way to where the story goes? Justifiably or not, a minor portion of the gaming community reacted incredibly negative to the direction of part 2. And then they reply, I guess, to go back to the earlier quote from Craig, which is like, I don't care. How they react is how they react. That is completely outside of our control. Druckmann flippantly replied, so how do we make the best TV show version of that story? That's the problem that we wrestle with every day. Okay. Here's the thing. These writers, these creators are in an interesting position because they have to adapt a story from a video game onto the TV show without it being extremely predictable, without it being a carbon copy paste of what the video games did. So there is a sense of we gotta do what we gotta do, and there is a part of being an artist where you just got to make the art that you want to make, and you hope that the audience enjoys it. However, these artists are becoming extremely arrogant in that they think that they can come out and just say whatever the hell they want to say about the audience, to the audience, and we just supposed to go and support it. To come out and say, I don't really care about the audience and what they think, you have lost your goddamn mind. And I think because they've adapted this story into a quality story, that last episode was garbage. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, that last episode was terrible. But they believe they got something cooking, and now they're smelling themselves. They think they're the shit. They think they're gods at this point. Okay. Season 2 better be good, or y'all gonna get clowned. Real talk. Let's get into some of these comments. Zap says, true that the Marvels should be called Captain Marvel 2. The Marvels, agreed. He says, anything else is bad marketing. Well, it's also alienating Brie. Why would everybody else, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, everybody got their own sequel. Well, every solo character got their own sequel. Doctor Strange 2, right? All of the men got their own sequel. But see, the difference is you never heard the men come out and say, I don't give a damn what black people think about my movie. Or I don't give a damn what straight white men think about my movie. Or I don't give a damn what the LGBTQ the LGBTQ members think about my movie. And so you made a bunch of people hate you, and that's why they felt they needed to do it. I still felt like Disney was wrong for that, but whatever. Zap says Christian Bale made the exact same comments as Brie Larson did in the same week, so why doesn't he get the same hate as her? I'd have to go back and see those comments, but I think it has more to do with the fact that Brie Larson was relatively new, and she was being a part of the MCU. I have to go back. I have to go and look at those comments, and I mean that's an interesting point because I also asked, why does Brie Larson get? Well, I didn't ask. I really answered. Why does Brie Larson get hate that Mahershala Ali doesn't get? Christian Bale says Hollywood and the world would be better off if white dudes weren't in charge of everything in 2017. Oh, you know what? I do remember that. Okay. Yeah. I think it has more to do with the fact that Christian Bale wasn't a part of the MCU, which was the biggest thing going during that time. Yeah. I mean, and he's, yeah, I think that's it. Zap also says our culture would be so much richer the day that we stop saying, hey, it's all white dudes who are running things. Yeah, I remember those comments. Reach replies to him. Levictus Sapp says Nia DaCosta removed Captain Marvel from the title to protest Monica Rambeau not being chosen as the MCU Captain Marvel. I somewhat believe that. What I more believe is that she advocated for the removal of Captain Marvel because she wanted the women of color to be more in front. Nia DaCosta did the same thing in Candyman, where she made sure only white people were. Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that. First of all, Candyman was a terrible movie. Terrible movie. And the fact that you sitting there, you got this serial killer that was originally in a black film, and you decided, well, we only want to see him kill white people. What? He's in the hood. What are we doing? Anyway, yeah, I am on Twitter. It's Trez_Max. So, yeah, go follow me there. Now, right now, I got another day before I can. I'm out of Twitter prison. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Woo! Here's a small one. Secret Star Wars movie loses screenwriter Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson. Lost co-creator Damon Lindelof is reportedly no longer involved with the unannounced Charmin Obaid Chinoy Star Wars movie reported by Deadline. Both Lindelof and co-writer Justin Britt Gibson have left the project, but Obaid Chinoy is still set to direct the film. Deadline sources also say more details about the project are set to be revealed at next month's Star Wars Celebration, and it could be one of the Star Wars movies to hit theaters. No specifics on the writer departures were shared. Let's hold on. Let me see what we first heard. We first heard this movie last October when Lindelof and Britt Gibson were said to be writing a standalone Star Wars film that could lead to the additional movies if turned out to be a success. Reports said the movie could take place after the events of The Rise of Skywalker, which is currently the end of canon timeline across movies and TV shows. So Damon Lindelof is the same guy that did that. Why am I drawing a blank here? The Watchmen series on HBO. Admittedly, I didn't think The Watchmen. I didn't think The Watchmen was that bad. I thought Mr. Manhattan was terrible. They casted this big-headed ass nigga. Like, what the hell? Like, this whole race swapping thing is getting out of hand. I get it, Mr. Manhattan's supposed to be like a god or whatever the case may be, but Jesus, that nigga head was so damn big. But yeah, so oops, I ain't supposed to be showing this. I ain't supposed to be showing that. So they're out. I think this has more to do with the fact that Disney is just changing direction. I believe, and it might be hope. I believe that Disney is changing directions. They're looking back at all this woke garbage, and they're thinking, boy, we need to get some money. We need to get some money, man, because what we've been doing is just not working. And I want you to look out. That is my dog shaking in the back. He's like flipping around. But anyway, I want you to pay attention to that Star Wars Celebration thing next month. Because according to our guy Doomcock, He says that's going to be like a going away party for Kathleen Kennedy. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a going away party for Kathleen Kennedy. If they start celebrating like her accomplishments with the company, she's up out of there. Up out of there. They already got rid of Victoria Alonso. Hopefully, according to Doomcock, Kathleen Kennedy is next. If Kathleen Kennedy gets the boot up out of there, we might be in the home stretch. I'm telling y'all, a lot of companies are reevaluating this woke garbage, bro. They're making an inward look, and they're like, man, where did we go wrong? You went wrong when you hired activists to come work for your company. You went wrong where you decided to cater your audience to these minority groups, and you assumed that everybody else was going to come back and support them, and you were wrong. And so here we are now. What is this? Damon Lindelof's Star Wars film is getting canceled. One, Disney has to cut back. They can no longer take risks. It's time to double down on the money makers. That's what you need to do. Double down on the money makers. Anyway, I didn't have much to say about that. I just think that there's nothing much else to say than this, for Disney to get it right. Whew. All right, y'all. Working overnight is killing me. Let's get back into these comments. All celebs make woke comments nowadays. And you're right. And it's hard to tell whether or not it's them speaking or the company speaking. Gal Gadot gets real. If you aren't feminist, you're sexist, by Joanna C. Valentine, I guess, August 28, 2017. Wait, she said that for real? If you aren't feminist, you're sexist? Have you noticed? That was in 2017, though. In 2023, most women I'm not going to say most, but a lot of women who consider themselves a lot of women who are actually feminists don't even consider themselves feminists anymore, because the word has become so radioactive that a lot of women don't even want to be associated with it. And so you ask them, are you a feminist? And they'll go, oh, no, I'm not a feminist. Not at all, right? But then you start probing them and asking them questions, and it turns out they got a lot of feminist ideology in there, so they're actually feminists. They just don't want to be associated with the word. But anyway, we're going to move on to the next topic. But before we do, Zap says, do you think James Gunn will fix the DCEU? I did it first. I'm starting to have second thoughts. Not going to lie. I did it first. I'm starting to have second thoughts. I just think that, I know you're probably new here, Zap, but I've always said continuously on this channel, in order for the DCEU to work, they need to double down on Superman, Batman, period. Period. You would be better off doing a Gothamverse and then a Superman world, letting them cross over together, and a Wonder Woman, and letting them cross over with each other, and letting everyone else build out. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. I gave the idea of do a Batman movie where the Green Arrow comes into play. You know what I'm saying? And then give Green Arrow his due, like a movie or some shit. But don't just drop a Green Arrow movie. You can do a Superman movie, you know what I'm saying, and introduce other heroes in there, like Shazam or Black Adam, as like cameos or like supporting characters, and then give them their just due. But trying to go in and, like, people just don't care about, I guess Flash can get his own movie, but I don't if it's Idris what's his name? Idris Miller. I mean Urza Miller. I'm sorry, I said Idris Miller. I just can't rock with it. I just can't rock with it. Hey, Reach, I appreciate you for putting those links in the chat. I was gonna do them periodically, but anyway, let's move on to our next. I'm drawing major blanks here. Let's move on to our next subject. This one is gonna hit home a little bit. Oh, there I go, hitting the mic again. This one is going to hit. So if you're around my age, if you're from where I'm from, there's a high likelihood that you are a fan of Amanda Bynes. Okay? There's a high chance that you are a fan of Amanda Bynes. Is probably one of those first. You know what? We're not going to say that. We're not going to say that. Okay. Amanda Bynes seemed out of it and might have lived on the streets for days before she was spotted naked in downtown LA. Bynes flagged down a car and called the police on herself on March 19th. She was then placed on a 72-hour involuntary psychiatric hold that has since been extended for at least another week. She appeared to be making improvements. Sources shared a timeline leading up to Bynes' hold. Bynes' car was towed on March 15th in Long Beach, California, according to the outlet. However, the area was about 40 miles from her home and roughly 25 miles from downtown Los Angeles, where she was found. An insider added that Bynes probably took public transportation or hitchhiked from Long Beach to get to various places. On March 18th, an eyewitness saw an out of it but still clothed Bynes walking in Hollywood. Someone also alleged that the Hairspray actress asked someone for a ride to Beverly Hills and then asked to go back to Hollywood. The next day, Bynes wandered the streets of downtown LA naked before getting help. Bynes was also spotted in a fan's TikTok video on Monday. The fan reportedly encountered Bynes on March 17th.
St. Patrick's Day. And I saw my girl walking, so I said I had to say what's up.
Wow, she looks. Look at her.
Amanda, say what's up.
What's up?
We just walking the streets of Hollywood. It's St. Patrick's Day. And I saw my girl walking, so I said I had to say what's up.
Yikes. That's terrible. In the video, Bynes sports a black outfit and says, "What's up?" Barely. She sounded like a zombie. The TikToker explained that she had seen Bynes walking in Hollywood on St. Patrick's Day. I had to say, "What's up?" The poster then wrote in the caption, "Happy she's getting the help she needs. She was sweet, gave her some money and talked. Sometimes people just need someone to talk to." Imagine being a fan, and shout out to her. Imagine being a fan and you meet somebody that you are a fan of, a celebrity, and you have to give them money. I mean, I'm not saying anything's wrong. Sometimes people need help, but she's wandering the streets. I mean, good Lord. The Post has reached out to Bynes' parents and attorney for comment about the new sighting reports. Meanwhile, the former teen star was previously scheduled to make an appearance at 90s Con over the weekend. However, she dropped out due to an undisclosed illness. Yeesh. It's just hard to see people you grew up watching. Like, you forget that they're actually people. And you forget that they're actually people and they actually go through stuff. But it's strange because all of these early, like, teen stars from, like, Nickelodeon and Disney always turn out to be whack jobs. Always turn out to be whack jobs. So I don't know. I hope she continues to improve. I hope that she gets the help that she needs, because that is not a good look. All right. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are sharing the stream. We are up at 3,434 37 subscribers. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see. February was a big month for us. We've slowed down a little bit, but we will continue to keep working. Reminder that the Resident Evil 4 stream starts at the end of this week. Resident Evil 4 drops on Friday. We will try to get the stream started on Friday. We normally start new streams on Saturday, but we will be finishing this one through and through because it's Resident Evil. Gaming streams start at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. For those of you who don't know, let's get into these comments. Zap says, "Do you think the next DCEU movies will do well at the box office? Blue Beetle, The Flash, Aquaman 2." Blue Beetle, I don't think Blue Beetle is going to do well because I don't think anybody cares about who Blue Beetle is. I think only comic book fans really care about Blue Beetle. The Flash, I don't know. I think The Flash will probably do well because people are seeing the old Batman returning and people just really want to see a Flash movie. I will not be supporting The Flash with Ezra Miller in it. I just won't do it. He also asked, do you think Fast 10 will make $1 billion? Absolutely fucking not. I don't. But I could be wrong. I don't think. You know what? No, I take that back. It probably will make $1 billion because it's the last Fast and the Furious. It's the last Fast. Yeah, it'll probably. Yeah, I'm stupid. It will make $1 billion. Reed says, I personally have no faith in the DCU or MCU being saved from itself and its own narcissism. I can't disagree. Zap says, Amanda Bynes is in the Fast and Furious. No, absolutely not. She's not. Reed says, I have watched My Heroes Fall from Grace. Drew Barrymore was one. Welcome to Hollywood 2023. Is there any particular reason why you staring at me like that? Go to bed. Okay. Just giving my dog is giving me the death stare of a lifetime. You know, and he's a pit bull, so he gives you a death stare. You gotta assume he's about to take a large chomp out of something. Okay, what we got next? Oh, before we do that, let me see if I can cook up one of these ad blockers. Reed, what's a good ad blocker that I can download? I just downloaded one. Thank you for installing. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, it works. It works. The ad blocker works. I appreciate that, Reed. I just right now I'm using Edge. I normally use Google Chrome. But when I'm streaming I use Edge. So yeah. We just went to bounding in the comments and some of those ridiculous pop-ups are now gone. All right. We are talking about Halle Bailey again. We are talking about The Little Mermaid again. Why? Because sweetheart just will not shut up. All right. And yet another bounding. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this word? I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Have you lost your mind? And another blah 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 example of celebrity accidentally torpedoing the facade of Hollywood's focus on identity politics. A recently resurfaced interview has revealed that despite her film's entire marketing campaign relying on the narrative, Disney's upcoming live-action Little Mermaid remake star Halle Bailey had no trouble connecting with characters who shared none of her own superficial traits. To the surprise of no one who has paid even the slightest bit of attention to Disney's political flailing in recent years, the concept of representation has become a core tenet of the company's operations, having allowed them to both disingenuously milk given demographics for their money and attention with low-quality products, as well as head off any criticisms the public may level towards them for doing so. Let's just go to her. What did she say? Speaking with Variety in her first major interview after being cast in the role, Bailey asserted that her appearance in the film as a race swap version of Ariel was culturally important for black audiences because she wanted the little girl in me and the little girls just like me who are watching to know that they're special and that they should be a princess in every single way. There's no reason that they shouldn't be. The reassurance was something that I needed. Asked how she was able to weather the raucous backlash to help casting, this being yet another narrative manufactured by the company in order to shield their blah, 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 blah. She said, it was an inspiring and beautiful thing to hear their words of encouragement telling me, you don't understand what this is. Okay, whatever. Here's the quote, I think it is. What seeing a black princess would have done for me, how that would have changed my confidence, my belief in myself, everything. Things that seem so small to everyone else is so big to us. Whatever, that's cap. She says, people... more and more, it's so important for us to see ourselves. You know how that goes. But I'm trying to find the quote where she literally... Oh, here it is. Okay. She says, since I was so small, I mean, it's the reason I would swim. I would be in the pool feeling like I am the animated version of her. This is the same contradiction that Yara Shahidi made about Tinkerbell. You claim that you need to see this character in your skin color in order to relate and see yourself. But bitch, you just said you were swimming in the pool trying to behave like Ariel when you were a child. So evidently you saw yourself in her before. What are we doing? It's a facade. It's cap. You don't need to race swap characters for people to see themselves in it. I got this for you. Watch this. I find it funny, ladies, that y'all all need to see yourselves, or the black ladies, that you all need to see yourselves in a character to relate, right? But notice how you don't need to see yourself in a white woman when y'all all saying men are trash. Oh, y'all can all relate on that one, huh? Y'all can see yourselves in every relationship. When you see another woman, regardless of race, being cheated on by a man, you can see yourself in her, can't you? This is such cap. I'm sorry. Haley, you gotta get the fuck up out of here with that. Don't nobody believe that. Don't nobody believe that. And just to laugh a little more. I gotta play this. Oh my God, come on. Are we seriously doing this? I gotta just see myself. I gotta see myself. Oh my God, I need to see myself. Hold on, y'all. I got you. We gonna play it. We are going to play it. I need to see myself. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Here it is. Here it is.
Well, I guess the
Uh-oh.
I promised I wouldn't break down today. I've never seen myself
I've never seen myself
represented in
represented.
Lord of the Rings before, so this is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I never see myself. That is a grown man. That is a grown man crying because he can see himself. Fuck out of here, man. Get the hell out of here. All right. Let's get back to these comments. I went off on a unhinged tangent just then. Let's. Zap says, if you Google Amanda Bynes, it says she's in most of the Fast and the Furious movies. Huh. She's not. I don't know who put that mistake in there, but she's not. Let's see. Go to Reed says Edge sucks worse than Facebook. I get it. But I use both, okay? Because I have a personal YouTube that I'm logged in on Chrome. That's where I watch everything because I got YouTube Premium. And then my channel is logged in on Edge. So the only thing I can see in Ariel is me. Oops, this is PG. Skip that. Zap says Grace Randolph, Caribbean crab, Caribbean music, warm water, tropical plants and fish, Caribbean architecture for Eric's castle. Except Grace Randolph says it makes sense to have a black little mermaid. We're gonna refrain from making negative comments about Grace Randolph, because last time we roasted Grace Randolph, she turned out to be right about something, and so we don't want to jump. But she's wrong on that one. She's wrong. Here's my thing. Like I've said before, if black people want to see themselves, create your own goddamn characters. Create your own goddamn stories. And stop taking it from other people. You running around the world saying end racism, but you ain't doing nothing but creating more hatred. What the fuck do you think? What the fuck do you think red-headed white women are going to think when one of their few characters that they have to look forward to gets replaced by a black girl for no reason other than identity politics? You think that's going to end racism? No. It's going to breed more contempt, more hatred. And racism isn't going anywhere. It's not. So get over it. It's built in the very fabric of human DNA. If you stop talking about it so goddamn much, it wouldn't have that much of an effect. Y'all got me mumbling, fumbling, and bumbling my words all over here. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Sneak and Geek for today. I appreciate everyone for showing up. Shout out to Hans, who showed up. Shout out to Reed, and shout out to our newest viewer, Levictus Zap. I hope that we can continue to see you on the stream. I hope that you can join the Discord. Matter of fact, let me. I know that Reed put the link to the Discord in here, but I'm going to drop it again, just in case. There is the link to our Discord where you can reach me, or you can reach me on Twitter if you follow me on Twitter. And you know, we look forward to seeing you here. Guys, that has been the Sneak and Geek for today. I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm going to talk to you later. Remember, Resident Evil 4 Remake stream on Friday. We're going to try on Friday, but if not, on Saturday, all right? I will talk to you guys later. It has been real. Yeah, that ain't working either. Boy, outros are harder than you. You said, no, I can't message you on Twitter. It's probably because I'm in Twitter jail. I'll be out of Twitter jail tomorrow. So, all right, guys. Talk to y'all later.